All right, guys, welcome to this particular session. This section is going to be very short and brief. There is no time. We need to start trading real accounts soon. So today I'm going to handle only two indicators that I'll be adding to the already ones that we had in the previous sessions, which is the Parabolic SAR and then the Bollinger Bands. So giving you a practical explanation of all the things that we've been talking about. This is one of our brokers. This is a broker. This one is called Pocket Option. A lot of you are familiar with it, and a lot are yet to. So we've tackled stochastic oscillator, Oxford oscillator, moving average, and then which one? I think these were the three that we tackled in the previous lessons. And the Oxford oscillator, the moving average, yes, we talk about the MACD also. So just a recap of what we learned about the indicators. We were able to know how the stochastic oscillator functions. So this is the stochastic oscillator. When you activate it, you can do the settings also. This is the stochastic oscillator, this line that you are seeing over here. And then we learned that it is an indicator that is used to determine the overbought, and then the oversold point of every market. So when you see it at the top here, it shows that the market is what? Overbought, because the prices are going up when you are buying. And then when you see it at the down, just as you can see over here, it means that what? The prices or the market is oversold. Now, when it is overbought, the next thing to happen is that it needs to come down. And when it is oversold, the next thing is that it needs to go up. Because the forex market, the only things that you do is you either buy or you sell. All right. So the same thing that you guys were taught in the main forex class about when you see the stochastic oscillator at the top, you know that the price is what? Overbought. So certainly you should be looking for what? Sell. It's the same thing that we also do over here. But you know, in trading, you don't use only one indicator to do your analysis. You need to combine different indicators at different points of time. All right. So this is the stochastic oscillator that we've been speaking about. And you see it at the down, it means that the market is what? Oversold. So possibly it will go up. Now, if you see it at the top, it means that the market is what? Is overbought. So it needs to come down. But just as you can see over here, it's still at the top, coming down, going up, coming down, instead of coming down. So which simply tells us that the buyers are very, very strong, trying to take the market way upwards. Until the sellers take over, it will still be here. All right, so I believe very well that the stochastic is well explained and is understood. All right, then we spoke about the Oxford oscillator. We all know that it is an indicator for checking the momentum. When we talk of momentum, that is how strong the market has been, either in the uptrend or the downtrend. So you look at this, the bars, look at the bars here, very, very strong. The top, I think this is a histogram or something like that. See that the market is what is at the top, is in a strong uptrend. If I activate an indicator to confirm right now, you'll see that the market is what is in an uptrend here. Let me show you something. This is moving average. With our moving average, let me do the settings. Let me give it 50. Let me change the style to blue. Any color of your choice you can. So you can all see this, that this is moving from the top, from the down, and it's going up, and it's going up. Now, if we want to use our trend lines, you realize that we are not having a straight line. See that we are having it from the top to the down, from the down to the top, sorry. Let me increase it so that you can see it very clearly. See the red line from here. When we put the line here, our cursor here, we can see that the price is at what? 150.425. But look at where at the top is what? 150.475. And simply this one is what? At the down. So the market is in an uptrend. That is why you are seeing these bars at the top. Now, let me give you an example. See, let me get a correct trend. All right, I'm looking for something else to give you another example, but let's continue. So this is the momentum at the Oxfam oscillator. And then I believe this one was also explaining the main forex. We spoke about it the previous day. But you know, you can't use only one oscillator or one indicator for your strategy. So you need to combine them with different ones. All right. Now, we also spoke about the MACD. And this is the MACD, which also has the upper line and then the lower line with the bars. So we said when it's moving, when the bars are moving from the top or from the upper part to the lower part, you definitely see the candles or the market coming down. So if it's going up to, look at it from here, from the lower part here, and then it's climbing. You can see the bars also climbing. So we spoke about it also. Now, today we are going to talk about the Bollinger Bands. I'm taking my time one after the other. I don't want to rush, so that we all understand what I'm saying. All right. So now this is the Bollinger Bands. When you come here, you see it over here, and then if you click on it, you see the Bollinger Bands. It also has three parts. That is the upper line, the middle line, and then what? The lower line. Now, the Bollinger Bands is also a tool that is used to determine the entry points in the market. Some people believe that when the candle touches the down part, it's supposed to reverse. The market is supposed to reverse and go up. And when it touches the upper part, or cross a little, it's supposed to do what? To come back. All right. So in a nutshell, it is used to what? Check whether a price is overbought or it is oversold. That is also the function of what? The Bollinger Bands. It's quite risky to use only the Bollinger Bands, just like I said that you can't use one indicator to get what? To get a good entry. Now, it depends on the settings. It depends on the settings and depends on the strategy that you are using. Because if you can see this place, you can edit it over here. When you press this pen-like icon, you can see period and deviation. If I increase this, you can see there is a movement in what? In the Bollinger Bands. If I decrease it, you can see it. All right. Then the period also, we are clicking on it. That is the deviation. You can see that there is a movement also from the top to the down. All right. Okay, good. So this is the Bollinger Bands. Now, just like I said, it depends on the settings that you are doing, depends on the strategy that you are using, that will determine the settings that you need to what? To give to it. So when we get into the strategies, that is when you will be able to what? To know that I need to set this one for this period and then for this deviation. All right. Okay. So it's also just like the MACD and then any other one that you can modify. So example is the MACD. When you come over here, you can also modify the numbers over here and then you save it. All right. Okay. Now our next indicator is the Parabolic SAR. So when you come to your indicators over here, you can choose the Parabolic SAR here. Now, this is these dotted lines that we can see. Now let me increase it. Let me increase it for you. I believe you can see it's a blue line, okay, or red, or what? All right, let's use the blue line. All right. So now this is the Parabolic SAR. Usually there is something that has been happening on the Parabolic SAR. This word, if you don't know how to mention it, you will just be mentioning something. All right. So if you can study something over here, you see that anytime you see the Parabolic SAR at the top here, the first candle usually does what? It is towards the opposite direction. So you see that it appears at the top here. If you go for a sell, you know that it always goes to the opposite direction. So you do what? You go in for a sell. When it's at the top, you press what? A sell. You see it's coming down. You see that we have a red candle. Now you see it at the down, it means that it needs to go up. Look at this. So at the down, it's going up. At the top, it's coming down. I'm talking about the first ones. So we have look at this. This is the first one. The first one, you see that they are in line. The first one, then you click buy. It will surely take you into profit. Now look at this second one. Look at this third one. Look at this fourth one. And then what? Look at this, the fifth one, which this one needs to do what? Also give us a buy, but it didn't give us a buy. Now, what is it implying? It's implying that when you are using only the parabolic SAR to take trades, because when it's at the top, you go for sell, it's at the down, you go for buy, you are only predicting. How you getting me? You are only predicting, which also boils down to the fact that you cannot use only the parabolic SAR to take trades. I hope that is okay. All right, so in our first or second lesson, I stated it that all the indicators, they fall under categories. We have indicators that fall under momentum, some fall under the trend, some volatility or volume or something like that. So now the parabolic SAR is also an indicator that is used to what? Identify the trend of the market. So now, based on how the lessons are going, you know this indicator, you know that no, this one is for what? It's for checking the trend. You know that this one is for what? It's for checking the volume. You know that this one is for checking what? Uh, the volatility. You know that this one is for checking the momentum, just as we can see over here, categorization of indicators. So when you are coming to apply the indicators, you need to make sure that based on the strategy that you want to use, you need to make sure that there is an indicator that is showing you the trend of the market. First, for you to get your trend, you should make sure that there is an indicator that is showing you the momentum of the market. Are you getting me? If you have to do with volatility, you do that. If you have to do with volume, you do that. Okay, but it's quite not advisable to use only one category of indicators that is just for checking trends or just for momentum or for volatility or for volume. You may do it depending on whatever strategy that you think that you can do, but advisably, you need to combine a lot of indicators that falls under any of these categories. I hope that is okay. All right. So we spoke about for 5 or 6 indicators, and then you are just advised to also read about them and know how they function. All right. So I believe this was just brief and very simple so that you can be able to do what? To take trades. All right. Okay. So let me see if I can. We also spoke about the moving averages. Let me see something here. I have a moving average and then I have a Bollinger Bands. Okay, so let me set my moving average to, let me set the period to 9. And then let me give it this color. All right. Now let me see the Bollinger Bands. Let me add the MACD also. Now let me see something here. Now, this is something that I want to show. Now, we can all see that the MACD is what? It's coming. The bars are moving from the top to the down. To the down. At the same time, we see that the first parabolic SAR has appeared at the top. And at the same time, we see that the candle that is forming as at the time that this was going down, it's below the moving average over here. So what happens over here? If we take sell over here, just for 1 minute, you are going to be what? Be in profit. Just look at this. See that I've used a parabolic SAR to get a confirmation. One. Second one is also the bars moving from the top to the down, which is another confirmation. Now, sorry, there's a third confirmation also here, that the upper line is crossing the lower line. Another confirmation. And then another confirmation is that we have the bar appearing below the moving average, the SMA 9. And then we went in for a what? Sell, and then you should be in profit. I'll teach this strategy, but then let's look at another one. This is also another one. We can see that the bars were moving from the down to the top, to the upper part. And then we see that the parabolic SAR is at the down. Usually, it should be the first one. Usually, it should be the first one. So this strategy is not fully confirmed. But then we have one confirmation, two confirmation. The third one is not confirmed here. And then we can see that the candle, the candle is what? Is under the second one. It should be under what? Under the first one here. So this is not really a fully confirmation. Now, let me check any other confirmation. All right, another confirmation. Look at this. Look at this. It was at the down here, and then it's moving to the top. It's moving to the top. At the same time, we have the line intersecting each other. At the same time, the parabolic SAR is what? Is at the down here. Or the first one has appeared at the down. And at the same time, the candle that is forming as at the time that this appeared, is below what? Is below the moving average. Is below the moving average. All right. Let me remove the middle line from the Bollinger Bands so that you can see clearly what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at this. So first confirmation moving from the down to the top. Second confirmation crossing each other. Third confirmation, the parabolic SAR appearing. The first one, and then the fourth confirmation. Look at it. How on earth can you lose this trade? But you know, this strategy, you need to be very, very patient. Very, very patient. You can be patient, and then sometimes you see this one going to the top, and then you see this one not appearing. So it means that the trade is not fully confirmed. But when you see all the four confirmations, just like this one, all the four confirmations, the first one at the top, the candle is below the moving average, the moving average, and then the bars moving from the top to the down, and the line intersecting. Wow, this is a big downtrend. Look at it. I get it. But you don't only use one indicator. That is what I said. So how many indicators did we use now? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 indicators. I get it. 4 indicators. So guys, study the indicators very well. Know which one is for momentum, which one is for volume, which one is for checking the trend set. When you get a full understanding of these indicators, you yourself, you just be applying them, and then you'll be getting strategies for yourself, because you cannot be using one strategy for uh, every trade or every market. All right. So hopefully this will be the first strategy that I'll be teaching on the binary. So let me know if you have any question here, or we meet and then have an in-depth discussion. You'll be learning a lot of strategies. Sometimes you can just be there because you know what this parabolic SAR is, you know what the MACD is, you know what the Bollinger Bands is. So you can just be doing the settings yourself, and then you'll be getting strategies. Yes, so that is how we analyze the market, and then we do what? We take trades. Are you getting the point? All right, so look at this. This is another one over here. We could see that it was moving from the down and then to the top. But when it moved to the top, that is the first confirmation, the MACD moving to the top. Second confirmation is this one should cross, and you can see that it's intersecting but not crossing very well, so it's not clear. Now the parabolic SAR is also not at the down, even though this one is crossing to the top. And you could also see that the candle as at the time it was moving to the top, the candle is below instead of it being at the top. So this is not any clear confirmation at all. But when you get all the four confirmation, like what we see over here, this one, the first one appear at the top, the second one below the moving average, the third one candles coming down, and then the fourth one, the line crossing. You take this trade, you are going to be in what? In profit. Okay. All right. So that is just it. There's something that you don't understand, you can let me know. All right. Thank you very much, and God be with you.